Hello everybody, my name is Robert McNicol and I'm the librarian at the Kenneth Ritchie Wimbledon Library, which is part of the Wimbledon Lawn Tennis Museum at the All England Tennis Club. I'm very happy to be here today to talk to you about our web archiving collaboration with the UK Web Archive. This is what the Wimbledon Library looks like. As with most people, I've been working from home since March, so I've included this picture to remind myself what it looks like as much as anything else. The library's been in existence since 1977, and over the past 40 years or so, it's developed into the largest collection of tennis publications in the world. We've got books, periodicals, programmes, and other publications on all aspects of the game of tennis. And our publications originate from over 90 different countries, so it's a truly global tennis library. However, until recently, we hadn't done anything in the way of web archiving and hadn't really heard of it, if we're entirely honest. However, a couple of years ago, I met Helena Byrne of the UK Web Archive at a conference, and Helena explained to me how the UK Web Archive works with subject specialists in different subjects to create curated collections of websites on various different subjects. So ever since then, we've been working together to create a tennis collection. The tennis collection, as you would imagine, sits within the sports collection of the UK Web Archive. As you can see here, the sports collection is divided up into various different types of sport. The tennis collection comes under the ball sports, excluding football section. Within that section, there's a subsection for sports played with a racket. And within that section, there's a further subsection where the tennis collection sits. And that is the collection that we've created and are continuing to add to. At the moment, there's 113 sites in the tennis collection, but ultimately the plan is to make it a lot bigger, and we want it to include every tennis website that originates in the UK. So that will include websites of tennis organisations and governing bodies, tennis clubs, tennis players, and also the social media feeds of tennis players and other people associated with tennis. As you would expect, one of the most important websites that we've archived is Wimbledon's own website, Wimbledoncom. However, this presents quite an interesting challenge in terms of archiving, because it's quite a dynamic website, and the software that the UK Web Archive use doesn't always capture it totally successfully. So we've been looking at other ways in which we can archive this website and others like it. So we've been using a piece of software which I'm sure will be familiar to most people at this conference. We've been using a piece of software called Web Recorder, and we've discovered that this is a very effective way of capturing all the content on Wimbledon.com. We've also been using Web Recorder to capture other content, such as the content on our staff intranet site. The story that you can see here is a story that went up on what would have been the first day of the championships, of staff reminiscences of first days of previous championships. So Web Recorder has been a very useful tool in recording this kind of content as well. Something else that we're using Web Recorder for is to try to capture Wimbledon's social media feeds, and we've been running trials recently to try to work out the best way of going about that. That's involved using Web Recorder's manual and autopilot features for capturing Wimbledon's Twitter and Instagram feeds. We've had sort of mixed success in doing this, so we'd be interested in hearing from anybody else who's tried to do a similar project to capture social media feeds. So that's a very brief overview of what we're doing at Wimbledon to archive the web. If you'd like to find out any more about what we're doing, you can see this blog that I wrote for the UK Web Archive blog on our collaboration. That's on their website at the moment. If you'd like to get in touch, you can email me at my email address here or via our museum Twitter and Instagram accounts. Thanks very much for listening.